is Artemis Blackfire and welcome on in. Today we're going to be playing a horror text-based adventure game. And it is called The Uncle Who Works for Nintendo. Alright. Oh, warnings? Yep, all true. This is a horror game. Let's face it, if it was light and fluffy you wouldn't be here. It does not make use of screamers or jump scares. The sound effects are used for tension and atmosphere. Some playthroughs may encounter plot points concerning possible suicide. Thematically, many aspects of this game may recall emotional abuse experienced by I can read, honestly. Experienced by children at the hands of adults and very often other children. Okay. Right. What is your best friend's name? Let's go with Jessica. Your best friend Jessica has invited you to a sleepover at her house this weekend. You've been friends since the first grade, so asking your mum is basically only a formality. On Friday night, you're home only for a few hours, long enough to pack and get in a fight with your younger sister and pack some more, and watch some TV. At 6 sharp, you're standing on the sidewalk outside Jessica's house, while your mum idles her car nearby. She leans out to the window. You behave yourself, okay? She says, as always. I'll be at work, but if you need anything happens, call me. Yes, Mum. Sorry, Lizzie's vying for my attention. No. Every single time. Is it tradition? Is it? Every single time. Right. I'll pick you up tomorrow at 3, she says, again as usual. But then she pauses, looking up at the sky, which has been overcast throughout the day. If you play outside, she adds, be careful, it's probably going to rain. Kiss Mum goodbye. Kiss Mum goodbye. After you part from your mum's drive down the street, disappearing around the corner, you turn back to Jessica's house. The lights inside are glowing warmly, and you can see Jessica waving at you from her bedroom on the second floor. Head inside. Do we not knock? I had to make sure then, because there is a storm going outside at the same time, so I wasn't quite sure if it was the game or actually in real life. Jessica's mum meets you just inside. Hello, she says. Dinner will be ready in just a few minutes, but you can drop your stuff off in the den. You and Jessica are camping out there tonight. Okay. Did you not hear the thunder? You drop your sleeping and overnight bags in the corner of the den, then pause to take a look around. Behind the couch is a grandfather clock that's ticking softly. Through the set of patio doors on the far side of the right room, you can see the sky is just as grey as you went when your mum left. Framed pictures line the walls, and over the dark fireplace hangs a monstrous pair of antlers from a buck that Jessica's dad shot years ago. And of course, there's a big screen TV. Sometimes it makes you uncomfortable how much nicer your Jessica's house is than yours. Excuse me? Okay. I got completely lost then. What happened? Jessica enters the room while you were paying attention. She now stands in the doorway, smiling expectantly. Are you ready for dinner? She asks. Sure. Dinner passes quickly. Tonight's meal was spaghetti and meatballs. I just had spaghetti and meatballs and there's a storm. Wait. Just double checking. One of Jessica's favourite meals, as her mother points out while piling a helping on your plate. Jessica's father cracks a beer and jovially interrogates you about how much trouble you and Jessica are getting into at school. Dessert is heaping bowls of ice cream drizzled in chocolate sauce. You can't even finish yours. The grandfather clock chime in the den chimes. Why did that make me jump? You go along now, says Jessica's mum, smiling from her side of the table. We'll clean up in here. Let's go and get the TV ready, says Jessica. The two of you leave the dining room and head upstairs. Jessica's room's immense. You stay in the den because the TV is larger there, but the sizable one here, flush with the wall opposite full-size bed. We'll take the 64 down first, says Jessica, heading towards the TV and opening the entertainment centre cabinet. It's her prerogative, of course. She gets to choose what we play first, usually. But as Jessica begins unhooking the cords of the N64... Oh my god, that takes me back. From the TV, you catch a sight of other things that she has in there. Other things? All the major stuff. The old SNES, a PlayStation, a Dreamcast. But there are other things too, things you don't really recognise. A large black box with green highlights and a smaller purple one. A strange white yellow tower with what looks like gloves resting on hooks on either side of it. And a white compass cone. Is that an Xbox? And a GameCube? I don't know what the small yellow white tower is. Jessica looks at the cutter in the cabinet. Oh yeah, she says. They're pretty cool. I can't show them to you though. They're still secret. I promised my uncle. Of course, suddenly you remember her uncle. It is the GameCube. The uncle who works for Nintendo. Excuse me? I didn't click anything. What are you doing? In the corner, the grandfather's clock is ticking. Through the nearby set of patio doors, you can see it's getting quite dark. Framed pictures line the walls. Jessica is parked in front of the large TV playing on something on the N64. I want to see what the pictures say. Lizzie! Will you stop rubbing your face on everything? You walk around the perimeter of the den, inspecting the pictures idly. Most of them are family portraits, Jessica cradled, loving between her mother and father, or any of one of the three of their own. A happy, tidy family. Look for pictures of Jessica. Oh my god. You don't find it any. Not for one. Only pictures here are of Jessica and her parents. You don't know why that makes you feel uneasy. Time passes. Okay, we're back to here. So to Jessica. What would you like to talk about? Games! How much you talk about how much you like games. An hour passes. Jessica raised an eyebrow at your remark. What do you like about them? The chance to be a different sort of person, the challenge solving puzzle stuff, being heroes of it. I'm going with that. Yeah, she says, that's a nice feeling. But sometimes being in her voice tells you she's thinking about something. You okay? Do you think it's weird to play games? She asked suddenly. And then, before anything else it is, I mean, like, is it weird for a girl to play games? No. No. Why is no not in the list? It's just, you know, those guys at school. Nod, because you realise what she... Yeah, I unfortunately do. Girls don't play video games. BS! Why don't you play girls' games? Without fail, that motorbike will... Excuse me? I was... Yeah. Jessica says Jessica, yeah. But they're jerk. Who cares what they have to say? I'm sorry they're like that. I really am. I'm sorry I don't stand up for you. No. Who cares? Jessica shrugs tiredly. Yeah, she says. Who does care? Without a word, she returns to the Nintendo, leaving you alone with your thoughts. The clock chimes. Excuse me, I was itching my nose. You are in... Is that Mario? Watch Jessica play. Jessica decides you should play the next game alone. It's pretty boring. You're at a party having a conversation with a man in a business suit, but for some reason you can't move the camera to see above his mouth. He's always smiling. That's outside. He tells you a story about how people always mistake him for someone else. Okay. Did you figure it out? Asked Jessica. Once the man in the game apparently stood up and left the conversation. It was something to figure out. Jessica laughs. I guess not, she says before putting the choice of game into the N64. You realise you've played for quite some time. Yeah. You are in the den. Jessica's mother bustles into the room holding a large ceramic bowl filled with popcorn under her arm. How are you kids doing? She asks. Good, says Jessica, her eyes not moving from the television. I hope you're having fun, says Jessica's mum. Here's some popcorn. Extra butter. She places it on the floor by Jessica. Almost immediately, Jessica starts shoveling the popcorn into her mouth. Meanwhile, her mother smiles at the first and then back at you. There's sodas in the kitchen if you get thirsty, she says, and some pizza from the other night if you get hungry. We're going to say thank you. We have manners. She looks at Jessica. Your father's gone to bed and I'll be there soon myself. I want you to keep it quiet, all right? Yes, Mum, just says tiredly. Oh, and before I forget, she adds, your uncle called. He suddenly has some business here in town, but he's driving in early. He'll be around here around midnight. Okay. For the first time, Jessica stops playing the game. Stops eating the popcorn and looks at her mother. Okay. I want you two to welcome him in. He'll be very tired and very hungry, so offer him something to eat before he goes to bed. Okay, Mum. Good night, kids. And with that, she's gone. Ask what? So where's your uncle coming? Uncle stays. Yeah. She says nonchalantly, he lives pretty far away and so he drops by. Is that a little weird? Gives you a look that it doesn't like very much. How would you know, she asks. You don't even have an uncle. Yeah, I guess so. You drop the conversation in silence. Did I hit a nerve, Jessica? Go to the kitchen. Let's go and get some drink. Passing through the empty dining room, you enter the kitchen, which is deserted right now. Fridge. Soda. You grab a snack and exit the kitchen. You head back to the den. Think about Jessica's. It began with Mew. Are we going to get the story? You didn't believe her at first when Jessica came to school one day and she told you finally caught a Mew. Prove it, you said. She pulled out a Game Boy and showed you. That is not a euphemism. These are children. Behave yourself. And showed you. There it was. Mew. The 151st... I can't read, apparently. Available to only players at promotional events. Somehow locked on Jessica's game. It's really strong, she said. It KO'd every enemy in one hit. I never got a Mew in the original. No, I didn't, Liz. I think I eventually got one through the Mazingo cheat. Jessica demonstrates this claim at recess. Then you and some other friends linked Game Boys to do battle. You were the first one down. How dare you! I know what I'm doing. No one else got a single hit on Jessica's Mew. You just asked me You asked Jessica how she managed to get it. Oh, my uncle got a job at Nintendo. You were walking home together past one of the construction crews who still lived next door to you at the time. Oh. He also got me this new Game Boy, said Jessica, pulling it out of her pocket. She noticed it earlier, but yes, Jessica had a new sleek Game Boy Color. Actually, funny story. I ended up getting a Game Boy Color because I got two of the new Zelda games, and I think it's Oracle of Seasons and Oracle of Ages. Not knowing they were Game Boy Color games, so I got them home ready to play and realised I didn't have the right console. So therefore, I had to save up to buy a Game Boy Color. I'm not complaining though, because I obviously needed the Game Boy Color for later games, but getting home and realising you can't play the game that you just bought is so excruciating. And and they didn't have installing times. God, I am old. Until today, she had one of the old ones, the grey brick one like yours. This one's special edition, said Jessica. Isn't it cool? You agreed. You snap out of your reflections. Clock chime. You're in the den. Begins raining outside. I mean, you're not wrong, it is. What time is it? It's 10 o'clock. Jessica invites you over to play a game of Mario Kart. Jessica wins every round pretty easily, and you start to feel like this was a mistake. She's just too competitive, and quite frankly, a lot better than you. Good game, she said, smoking. Good game. Ready to try again? Jessica asks, let's switch it up, you say. Clock chimes, so I'm guessing it's 11. You are in the den. So I'm feeling I need to kill time until 12. I'm going to go to the bathroom. You head to the bathroom down the hall from the den. There's a shower, linen closet, and a toilet. Go to the loo. You go to the bathroom and wash your hands. Are you done here? You go back. You head back to the den. Okay, obviously that's not going to take an hour to do. What would you like? School! Jessica tells you that she heard your teacher. You both had the grade before is in hospital. You ask why, but she doesn't know. You spend time reminiscing the prior year. An hour passes. Okay. The grandpa clock chimes at the hour as Jessica suddenly looks up from the 64. It's time, she says. Time for what? Someone looks at the front door. Very aggressively, apparently. That's him, says Jessica, standing up. I should go and let him in. She leaves then and realises you could follow. But a part of you feels really like being scarce for a bit. Just gonna go. Bathroom or kitchen? Bathroom. You run down the hall to the bathroom and lock the door behind you. At least this could have been the bathroom. The walls are bare, white. There's no sink or toilet, but there are some odd creatures boxes you can stand in for. Linen closet? You crawl into a plain white box. Oh my god, that's really loud. You crawl into the plain white box that is about the size of a linen closet and close it behind you. From the front of the house, you can hear the front door slam open. After that, you don't hear anything except bad expressions. Child, the rain. No, it's not just the rain, but that voice in the back of your head like, I'm coming for you. It's like something you can't even describe. Excuse me? Okay. I can't click on those. Though you lock the door behind you, you hear it open easily. Something walks in. Hold your breath. You're not sure how you know something is out there because you don't exactly. Oh, child. You hear it. You hear it moving, but now you know it's there. Gotta turn this out. It's getting louder. And you know it's stopped. Poor child. Right outside your hiding spot. It opens the door, even though you immediately realise it doesn't have any hands. Oh, child. I'm so hungry, child. We cannot run. Hello, child. No more worries, child. Hello, child. Struggle. Cease. Cease. I have friends for you, child. Friends for you in the dark. We'll play forever in the dark. Hello, child. Oh, no. Bad. Uncle that works for Nintendo. Oh, okay. Oh, there's multiple already. Restart. Alright, I'm going to get to 12 o'clock again. And then we're going to see what happens if I go to the kitchen. Jessica takes charge of the console again. Watch this, she says. On the screen, Link is in the Temple of Time. Jessica heads to the corner of the map after walking back and forth for a few minutes and passes through the wall. I found this the other day, says Jessica, running the avatar into a huge room of arched ceilings. What are you going to do with it, you ask? Jessica doesn't say anything, but smiles, and as Link reaches the end of the room and stops right in front of the shining golden light of the trifle. Wow. Link saunters towards, grabs the trifle, triumphant music, lengthy cutscene as Link poses with the Master Sword, which glows gold. The game gets really cool, says you have unlimited bombs, arrows, and you can go in the past as an adult. Accordingly, shows things off for a while. Is this an actual glitch in the game? I want to know. Begin the main the outside. Okay, turn. Oh, this is new. Ask if Jessica thinks this storm will be as bad as the last one. Do you think this storm was as bad as the last one we had before? I don't like the sound of the room. Remember the storm we had where it tore all the trees down? I don't know what you're talking about, says Jessica. Don't you remember? Remember what? The storm, it happened a few weeks ago. It was huge. It took down trees. Jessica shakes her head. If it was important, I'm sure I will remember it, she says. You fall silent. Okay. School. My uncle will be here soon, says Jessica, looking at the clock. Should we get stuff ready for him? Let's play just one more game, she replies. You pick. You begin ruffling through the pile of cartridges by the TV and realise Jessica is staring at you. You turn and stare back. What's wrong? Is everything okay? No, sorry, I was just thinking. You shrug and then pick a cartridge from the car. How about this one? Jessica nods. As you plug it in and start the console, you hear it behind you. Hey. Thanks for spending the night, she says. Clock chimes that you are in the den. Your grandfather clock suddenly looks up from the it's time. Someone knocks on the door. That's him, saying I should let him in. She leaves the den, but you could follow, but part of you feels really scared for a bit. Let's follow. Knock continues persistently as you follow Jessica to the front door. Outside the pebbled glass at the front of the window, you can see a tall, dark shadow. Goes to the door, undoes the deadbolt, and cracks it open. You can come in, she says, whoever stands on the porch. Then she looks over the shoulder at you. Sorry, she says. Before she could ask what she saw, the door slams open. Are you... Are you sacrificing me? Jessica, I thought we were best friends. What's going on? Hello, child. Hello, child. Hello, child. Hello, child. Undefined error. Oh. Oh, interesting. This was creepy. I kind of like it. The fact is, there's several different endings. I look on. I wonder if you can survive. Then I'm wondering if that is it there. But I feel your mum may have a few things to say to the family. Not that she would survive it, but never mind. Anyway, thank you for joining me. I hope that was enjoyable to watch, and I shall see you next time. Good night.